Tonight, a man is in custody. Police say he killed a woman in Dubuque.
And police have just given us more details about what they first called a suspicious death. KCRG TV9's Allison Wong is live at the home where police found the woman's body.
And Allison, police have identified the victim and the suspect.
Breaking news tonight, a jury has awarded University of Iowa's former athletic administrator Jane Meyer $1.4 million in a civil case. Meyer sued the university for workplace discrimination. She claims she lost her job because of her same-sex relationship.
And within the last hour, a judge denied a request from the American Civil Liberties Union to block a 72-hour waiting period for abortions in Iowa, one day before that would have gone into effect. In less than an hour, Air Force One will be landing at the Eastern Iowa Airport, and President Donald Trump will arrive for a rally in Cedar Rapids. Now, this is video of the president leaving Washington, D.C. a couple of hours ago. Tonight, we have team coverage of the president's visit to Cedar Rapids.
We have TV9's Forrest Saunders live at Kirkwood Community College, where the president will make a stop, and Jordy Kalk outside the U.S. Cellular Center, where tonight's rally is taking place. Now, this is the president's first Iowa trip since he stopped in Des Moines in December during his thank you tour.
His last trip to Cedar Rapids was a campaign rally last October. Now, they're also calling tonight's event a campaign-like rally, again with the Trump campaign covering the costs. Right now, let's begin with TV9's Ethan Fickow, who is live at the Eastern Iowa Airport.
Ethan, we still have some time before the president arrives, but what are you seeing there so far? Continuing with our team coverage, we turn to TV9's Forrest Saunders live at Kirkwood Community College, where the president plans to make his first stop.
Forrest, what is President Trump going to be doing at Kirkwood? And with more of our team coverage of the president's visit to Cedar Rapids, we go to TV9's Jordy Kalk.
Gunfire erupts during a night out for many in Iowa City at the Ped Mall early this morning. That shooting, injuring 3. Good evening, everyone. The gunfire couldn't have happened at a worse time, around 1:30 when the bars were closing. On a weekend night, the Iowa City Ped Mall is often very busy. Police saying hundreds were likely walking in the area, headed home when bullets started flying.
One thing is now clear. Republicans are committed to keeping our promise.
And Republicans celebrate as their replacement for the Affordable Care Act clears its first hurdle.
It's our duty to get the students to school and home safely every day.
Authorities lay out security measures on school buses after a student fell out.
And a car fire at a gas station is never good. A man describes his actions to keep that situation from getting much worse. We begin this evening with breaking news of an airplane crash where the medical examiner showed up just a few minutes ago. The small plane went down in a rural area of Johnson County, just west of Iowa City and south of Interstate 80. It happened just after 3 this afternoon. KCRG TV9's Ethan Fickow is live at the scene. And Ethan, what can you tell us right now?
This is my dog. My dog. No, it's not. It's not.
A wrestling match of sorts over a stolen puppy. This is a confrontation between 2 women over a missing dog. Someone stole that puppy from a Cedar Rapids yard Monday morning.
The owner then spotted the puppy on the street with another person today, but not the person who stole the dog. KCRG TV9's Phil Reed was there when all this happened. And Phil, this is really quite a story.
It really is, Bruce and Beth.
We have an update this morning to the breaking news we've been following for you out of Dubuque. A huge fire on the Loras College campus this morning. It's at the Visitation Complex. That is on the corner of University and Alta Vista. Our Dubuque Bureau Chief Katie Wiedemann has been on the scene for more than an hour now. She saw the fire. She woke up this morning in Dubuque. Katie, what can you tell us?
Right, it was just a couple blocks away from my house. Saw the flames from my backyard, actually. And a lot of people are saying they could see the flames from all over this area.
And with this win, Coach Kirk Ferentz has tied the record for the number of wins by an Iowa coach. And he'll have a reaction to the game as well. And even though the game was hundreds of miles away, patients at the University of Iowa's Children's Hospital still felt the recognition. And new video shows not everyone is abiding by a state law that requires drivers to move over for emergency vehicles on the side of the road.
Apparently he thinks that they need my stuff more than we do, decides to come and take things from us.
That woman's just one of the people upset someone stole part of her Christmas decorations.
Closer to war. That's how America's ambassador to the UN describes the situation with North Korea after its latest missile launch.
A school is closing its doors at the end of the year. An administrator says this isn't something that should come as a surprise.
Now, as we're at 6:31 here on KCRG TV9, we will start out with a live look at I-380 close to the S-curve, expecting more tight traffic today as those options, especially through downtown, are not happening because of the flood concerns. The Cedar River is expected to crest early this afternoon in Cedar Rapids at 23 feet. Here's a live look from up top, courtesy of the Tower News Network camera. You can see 2nd Avenue and the 3rd Avenue Bridge both in the background.
From your 24-hour news source, KCRG TV9, this is continuing coverage of Flood 2016.
All the days of preparation by those who were city leaders planning to fight this. Perhaps you were out sandbagging in Cedar Rapids. It's all led up to today with sandbags and the HESCO barriers in place. The Cedar River is expected to crest today at 23 feet in Cedar Rapids. KCRG TV9's Bria Love joins us live, and we're starting to finally see some sunlight to kind of see how the river is, how swollen it's gotten. And Bria, what can you see? The answers for how the city is done will start to reveal themselves pretty much later on today and for the next few days, with that expected crest at about 23 feet. So far, it sounds like the barriers seem to be holding in place. So right now, Cedar Rapids Mayor Ron Corbett is joining us. And Mayor, you're privy to more information than we are on this. So where are we right now? Have the barriers held as far as you know?
Well, the barriers are.
And the curfew for areas in the flood zone on both sides of the Cedar River are in place until 7 this morning, while homes and buildings do sit empty. A constant police presence, though, is filling those neighborhoods. And KCRG TV9's Forrest Saunders is at one of the more than 70 checkpoints set up throughout Cedar Rapids. He joins us live. And Forrest, I know we're getting close to the end of the curfew. What's the vibe that's down there right now? Still pretty quiet?